What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Maury's Music and another edition, virtual tour of our current inventory. Got some Blueridge guitars, got some Martin guitars. We've got a lot of good stuff to show you. And don't forget, the second segment is always viewer request. That is a deliberate hint. Don't wait too long to let us know what you want to see in the second segment, or else you're going to get whatever's at the top of the steps. It's good to see you guys again. America first is first. How appropriate. Good to see you again. The Panda's here for the OMJM. Well, you don't have to wait very long for that. Thank you very much for being here. Come for the OMJM, stay for the atmosphere. What's up, Mark Henry? Howdy all. Beautiful sunny early spring day. The sap is flowing in the maples, trees. Thus, another mud season is upon us here in Vermont. That was two comments rolled into one. I read too fast. The first part was Mark, and the bigger part of that message was our friend Jim Bailey. Mud season. Right around here, it's finally gotten a little bit warmer. The sun broke through part of the day. You could sort of feel like spring is just, it's still forever out of reach, but it looks like it might be coming pretty soon. And that probably means we're going to get dumped on with snow again, but I'm going to be a little hopeful. The Panda wants to see the CEO 7 in the second half, or the Super D. Oh, well, I went from being very confident to making you happy to making you disappointed. I think we're sold out of the CEO 7 and we don't have a Super D. But I don't have anything after but. That's just the facts. I'm sorry. But stick around and maybe you'll like something else that's here. It's going to be Rosewood Day, Revenge of the Rosewood. Last week was a lot of mahogany. We've got to cleanse our musical palette and bring you the good stuff. Of course, I say that in jest. All these guitars are great. They're just also all rosewood. So stick around. Episode 148. If my math is correct, virtual tour starts right now. Hey, what's up, Ed Kantner and Brenda? It's very good to see you guys again. Remind me, am I correct when I say that I met you at the train station in Tamaqua? I sure hope so, because I just said it out loud. That's what I think of when I see you in the chat, and I hope I'm right, and I hope you and your family are doing great, and I hope you like John Mayer. That's all I'm going to say. Jim votes for the OOC 12 16E nylon, but it ain't there. Yeah, you got to pick something that's here. That's the only rule. Well, you don't have to pick that, but if you want to see it, you have to pick something we have in stock. I feel like we have a lot in stock, so work with me, people. Work with me. First up, OMJM John Mayer. This instrument's serial number ends in 072. You can find the actual pictures on the Images tab of our OMJM John Mayer product page on maurysmusic.com. Shall we begin? Thank you, Pete. I feel like the same way. All right, I got that right. It was at the train station. My memory's not completely lost. What's up, John Washburn? Best message of the day so far. Ooh, Pete thinks this is the best one too. Pete and Panda. It's gonna be it's gonna stink after this one. The best first means everything else. Well, maybe they'll surprise you. We have Engelmann Spruce here. Maybe that's what you guys like. OMJM, Engelmann, East Indian Rosewood. Marshall, I don't want to criticize your babysitting skills, but I'm not entirely sure how you expect to babysit me from a live chat. You really should be here in person. And I told you I don't need a babysitter. No hog guitars today, Jim Barely. You got that right. They're all last week. Roeth made a comment last week about everything being mahogany that time. And choosing some Star Wars references, this was the, how did he say it? Last week was Mahogany Strikes Back, so today's Return of the Rosewood. And I said more technically, it's Revenge of the Rosewood, because if we're going to do a show like that this week, don't think for a minute I'm not going to retaliate with my favorite back inside tone wood. But of course, I like all the Martins. I like all the tone woods, and it's just true. Vic G said it's a good OM day. It's a great day when it's an OM day. I agree with that. HD35 in the second half says MMS 19 pounds. I think that's a great suggestion. And I thought someone else said M36, and that's also easy to do. Harvey Manning, it's been too long. I don't think I've talked to you since 3:45, was it? Good to see you here in the chat. Not bad for Rosewood. Oh, see, now don't start that. The Dreadnought Menace. See, the Panda knows the Star Wars. We could do that. We could do all Star Wars references until we're out of movies or inventory. Blueridge OMs in the second segment. We can certainly do that. Attack of the Triple O's. Just write the script and send it to me. I don't need to be involved. Just tell me what I should say. I was a little kid when the first Star Wars came out, but I remember them. Okay, here we go. OM21. Just for fun, we'll talk about Martin guitars for a minute. OM21. This serial number ends in 318 if you're following along at home. You can go to our product page for the OM21. Click on it, fire up the images tab, and you'll see more pictures than this. Maybe not better, but different viewing angles. This guitar is very, very similar to the next two guitars that are coming up in line. Spruce top, rosewood back and sides. This is very minimalist compared to the things like the OM28 that have the herringbone. This is more styled down, but it sounds so close, and I'll go on record to say this. The 21 sounds so close to an OM28. I would recommend if you go to buy one of them, and when you get to the store, they have the other one, just do it. They're so incredibly close, I think. OM21. Well, I'm 21. If you're just joining us, you're late and you missed a guitar and a half. This is episode 148 of virtual tour of our current inventory. I had to think for a second. We're so glad you're here. My name is Maury with Maury's Music. Please take a moment and introduce yourself if you'd be so kind. Let us know where you're calling from, what you want to see, how much you love Rosewood, and the like. And maybe a Star Wars quote. We'll do that today. Oh my God, says John Washburn. To see the best short scale Martin you have in the store, in your opinion. Let me think about that, and then let me relay that message to Andrew, because I might think about it, keep it to myself, and he has no idea what I want. But that's a good question. Hi, everyone. Had a drive like Maury coming back from Nazareth. Who told you? Thank you very much, David. You just worry about your new guitar. Don't comment on my driving if you can help it. Thank you for being here. I'm going to Martin on Friday to meet up with Spoon, and then we're going to pal around for the weekend and do some videos. And it remind me to put this on YouTube later. I think it's on private, but I should make it public. I interviewed Spoon once, maybe 3 or 4 years ago when his latest album came out, and we ran out of time, so we did the interview in the car, and we did it in black and white. And then after that was done, it was like an hour long. I took pieces of it, and I meshed it up with action shots from Mad Max. So it looks like we're driving and talking, and then it cuts to us, you know, sailing through the air shooting things. So that should be made public, and you guys have to remind me. And don't tell Spoon. Oh, I'm 21. Oh, I'm 42 tomorrow night. Martin versus Martin, 6 p.m. Don't want to miss that. Don't think I could forgive you if you do. Can you also show it today as... I'm on the edge of my seat when you guys do that with chats. When you almost finish your thought, I can't do anything but think about that. Finish that. Finish it. What are you talking about? Just kidding, Pete, but not really. All right. Well, look at what we have here. OM28E. This is the electronics version, or the electrified. This has a pickup. OM28E, the ending serial number ends in 208. This is an OM28 from the standard series in every respect except for this one has the Fishman VT enhanced system. You can also order this guitar alone, called OM28, or with the LR Baggs electronics, that's the Anthem. So the OM28 comes plain with a Fishman or with LR Baggs. This is the Fishman version. Here we have a gorgeous spruce top, East Indian Rosewood back and sides. This guitar is a candidate for being my guitar if I ever have to put mine in the shop and have to play something else, which never happens. But this guitar is extremely similar to the guitar that I play all the time, which you'll see tomorrow on Martin versus Martin, 6 p.m. on Facebook and YouTube. Just keeps saying itself, doesn't it? The best short scale is an Ambertone 00028, says Mark Henry, with persimmon bridge pins, but that's just me. When you're right, you're right. See, now if I did that tomorrow night while I was singing, you can't go to the wrong chords. But today, who's going to stop me? How about an Ohm 28 Modern Deluxe? Oh, how about it? If we have it, that's the only thing that'll stop me from saying yes to that. Mark, I'd like to see that guitar with a VTS top. He says back to Mark Henry, who talked about the 00028 Ambertone. We have a 00028 in stock with an Adirondack top. It's a custom, but it's not Ambertone, so it's worthless. but I like the idea. That's the OM28E with Fishman. Please let us know if you have any questions about this or any great guitars on the show today. Lee is showing his ugly mugs again on the YouTube avatar. I like that picture. Hello, everyone, working away again. You got to take a vacation, and if you have a chance, spend it at NASFest. I hope you can. You guys having a mediocre time yet? I am. I'm just kidding. This is great. This is a great way to spend an afternoon. I'm going to tune all these up and clean them up, and might as well play them, right? Episode 148 of Virtual Tour is going swimmingly. Coincidentally, it's been all Rosewood. I wonder if that's just a coincidence. Martin SC13E Special Burst for Jim. That's coming up in the second segment. It is viewer request. I can only take credit for how good this show is at the beginning. It's all your doing in the second segment. Mugs up, everybody. Here we have the OM28 again. This is an OM28 Sunburst, serial number that ends in 742. Here we have the same beautiful spruce top, beautiful rosewood back and sides, but this time the spruce is covered up with the other color. It's not amber tone, but it is Sunburst. This shade's called 1935. Deliberately, we picked all four of these guitars for the first part of the show because I wanted to bring this to your attention. If you're looking for a rosewood medium-sized guitar, you have things like the John Mayer with the Engelmann top. You have the OM28E with a pickup. You have the OM21, which to me is a little bit of a scaled down, aesthetically scaled down 28. And the 28 also comes in different shades. So if you're looking for a guitar like this, if you're looking at any one of these guitars, it makes some sense to say you might be looking at all four. Please let us know if any of these make you want to know more about them. Be happy to connect with you in the comments section of the YouTube video or support at maurysmusic.com. Marco, what's up, Marco? Good to see you. Hope you brought your affection for Rosewood. OM28 Sunburst. All right, David asks, did we order the OM18 style guitar for the store? Technically, it's in Martin's inbox. It's not signed yet. We have initiated the process, but we have not signed the quote, so it's coming. It's the paperwork part. It has reached somebody's desk at Martin. I'll say it that way. Tone Guy, what's up? How are you today? You missed some really good OM guitars, but if we get lucky, maybe we'll bring 4 more Rosewood OM guitars down and have a whole complete segment, a complete show of nothing but Rosewood OMs. I doubt it, but you can always go back and watch the beginning of this one. I want to thank you guys for being here. My name's Maury with Maury's Music. Please take a minute to introduce yourself while I excuse myself. I'm going to go get 4 more guitars for the show based on what you have asked/demanded. We'll see if fate allows it to be 4 more Rosewoods or not. Maybe there'll be some SCs. Maybe there'll be... If we do the M36 and the HD35, there's a chance it's going to be Rosewood heavy. I'll put it that way. So don't go anywhere. You're going to listen to another Phillips while I'm gone. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Virtual tour continues after these messages from Spoon Phillips. Hey guys, welcome back, and welcome back to Martins and More. Nope, you don't have the day wrong. I'm talking about Monday's program. Monday on YouTube and all the popular podcast platforms. It isn't the hit new series because it's not really new, and I don't know if it's a hit, but it's Spoon and I talking about lots of stuff, Martins and more, and you can find it on all the popular podcast platforms wherever you get your podcast. But in addition to that, we're a little more animated if you go to YouTube, and that's all I'm going to tell you. Check it out on Mondays. This next Monday is going to be a show like no other. And this weekend, we're going to be taping a show that won't air for about 3 weeks, but it's going to involve a very significant Nazareth music person. It's if you're going to watch any episode besides this current one, watch in 3 weeks. That's all I'm going to tell you. But we have a lot of good stuff we're going to be recording this weekend, and that's one of the things. So, without further ado, part 2. We almost did it. I'm sort of proud of some of you. We almost kept it all rosewood. We have SC13E Special Burst for Jim, a Blueridge for someone, M36 because that's in the contract. That's going to show up every day, and HD35. So, out of 8, we got 7. And we got 7 Martins, 1 Blueridge, 7 Rosewoods, 1 not, but hey, can't be my fault. I just do what you guys tell me. Good evening, Rosanna. Time difference caught you off guard again? Did we switch the clocks again? Does that happen every week now? What's up? I don't have an OM35 laying around, Tony. You got to go see Reese if you want to see that. Martin Bingo today. Happy birthday, John Washburn. I didn't know that. Why didn't you invite us to the party? Happy birthday. I can't play it without copyright, but I want to. So here we have, first of all, happy birthday, John Washburn. That's awesome. We have the SC13E Special Burst. This is the Sunburst version of the SC13E Special, which is the special version of the SC13E. And I'm not saying that to be cute. It's just Martin debuted the SC13E, and not long after, they came out with not the Koa veneer, but this is going to be Zirconi veneer. The serial number here ends in 213. These guitars are so playable. It was Rosanna's birthday yesterday. My oh my, we're gonna have a party tomorrow. Martin versus Martin. Happy birthday to you all. I had no idea. You guys got to tell me this stuff. All right, who else had a birthday before I keep talking about guitars? Happy birthday. Happy birthday. How does Chili's do it? Happy birthday. That's awesome. I had a birthday this year too. What's up, Mike Finn? We do have all of our guitars selected now for the second half, but thank you very much for showing your appreciation for the D28 MD. We have to get that one on the program sooner than later. And I have to tell you that I recognize something. John said it was his birthday 10 days ago, if you're feeling generous. And this program is featuring Rosewood, wherever you reach, it's Rosewood. Why didn't John say it was his birthday 3 days ago last week when we showed nothing but mahogany? Doesn't add up. Doesn't add up. I'm not whining because I don't mind it, but I got to tell you, this plays like an electric guitar compared to all that stuff I've played so far, and I don't think it sounds a lot thinner. It's the SC13E Special Burst. Again, you can get this without the Sunburst or in the original SC13E Koa, and please let us know if you have any questions about all those great guitars. If Martin spends the next 5 years building onto this part of the catalog, I think they're just smarter for it. Super easy to play. And really great sounding too, I think. SC13E. Next, whoever has a birthday should be able to pick all 4 guitars for the second half. That's a great idea. I will need to see proof of birthday, but that's a great idea. I am mediocre, man, says Sherman Banker. It makes 2 of us. That's not going to be in tune next time I play that. You can pick your friends. How's this go? You can pick your guitars. You can pick your friends, but can you pick your friend's guitar? Yes, you can. Mike's next is going to be a D35. Shots fired for Rosewood. Of course, I hope you guys don't mind this Ford and Chevy thing about the Rosewood mahogany. It's all in jest. I like all kinds of guitars. It's just so easy to play into this stuff. So let's get back here. I am back to. So here we have Blueridge. Makes a guitar with lots of pearl. BR183 0293 is the ending serial number here. This guitar most closely relates to, I guess it would be the Martin OM42, but this is a little bit more adorned than that. So this is basically Blueridge's OM42 replica clone. It's a premium rosewood, premium spruce, dovetail neck joint, gorgeous abalone. They have this abalone on the back. So this is like an OM42, but it's got some traits, some abalone traits of an OM45. So this is not an OM45 Deluxe 1930, but it has more pearl than a 42, so just has to be said. Do one for Tone Guy. When's your birthday, Tone Guy? guy's playing along on the song he taught me. It's only appropriate. That was 2 wheels ago. Tony lost 2 wheels since he turned 40. That happens. Alright, Blueridge BR183, OM45, 42-ish, for a lot less coin. Please let us know if you have any questions about this great guitar, or any Blueridge guitar, even if it's not on the show. We can arrange that next week, or any week. Speaking of on the show, I think this guitar has been on the show more than me. This is the M36. This guitar is the almost an unsung hero, you might say. Thank you, Harvey. Mike, is that the Springfield from The Simpsons? I have to ask. My friend Mike Finn from... Are you having a squishy? Check this one out. Because you haven't checked it out yet, right? This guitar, it's so unusual because it's not exactly a dreadnought and it's not exactly an OM. It might be argued that it doesn't fingerpick as well as an OM. It doesn't strum as well as a dread. But it strums better than an OM and it fingerpicks better than a dread. And it's sort of a... It's just a really versatile instrument. That's the word I'm trying to find. Versatile. Oh dear, it's 10 to 5. Nobody's mentioned whiskey. Somebody say it. Anyway, M36. This guitar serial number ends in 034. Make mine milk, says Marshall. Don't be a downer. Just pretend. I'll drink milk tomorrow with you on Thursday. Martin versus Martin, 6 p.m. Got to keep telling you guys. You're all going to probably go even if I don't say it, but thank you very much. We're very lucky for that. I got so excited to play an M36, I forgot to finger pick, so let me go backwards. And remind me when I'm putting these videos up next week, when I chop them up. I always tell you 0 is the beginning, or 0 is the finger style, and the midway mark is strumming. I'm guaranteed to get that wrong on this one. I'm drinking iced tea. Twisted iced tea. No, it's not Tennessee tea. It's just iced tea. I'm boring. I could, yeah, I guess I'm getting like Marshall. I can't pretend. I mean, I right out of reach. I have other stuff for tomorrow night, but that's tomorrow night. Peated bourbon from Neighborhood Distillery, Kings County. Tasty. That reads tasty on the chat. I'll say that much. Oh no, it's time to go. We only have time for one more guitar. Glad it's a Canon. Who asked for the HD35? Thank you for doing this. This is not a guitar that I get to play very often. I mean, I get to play any of these, but I still don't spend the time looking for this one. Don't drink espresso before you play. I drank 2 coffees. This is almost a year ago, and I was really not enjoying it. The hour-long episode was probably over in 44 minutes, but it was awful. Yes, HD35. Let's get to it. This guitar, if you are familiar with the Dreadnought size and the fact that Martin can either scallop the braces or make them straight, either leave them in the regular position or forward shift them, make them thick or thin. Here we have the perfect storm. We have a Dreadnought, full-size Dreadnought, spruce over East Indian rosewood. Take a look. May cause localized swelling. Yes. That's a comment that just doesn't deserve to be rebuked. I'll just agree. But in this case, they made the braces thin and they scalloped them. Did they scallop these? I know they're forward shifted and are thinner, and this really makes for a very deep, like Spoon would say, a deep cellar in the tone. This is really not going to be confused with that SC13E that we played earlier in the program. Tony, remind me, are these braces scalloped? Now I'm drawing a blank, but the ending serial number is 583, and this is the ending serial number. The ending guitar of episode 148. Thank you sincerely so much for you guys being here after all these episodes. Can you believe 150 is just around the corner? We should do something special. And I want to send a shout out and thank you to those of you guys in the chat and watching the replay that have literally watched 148 episodes. It really is an awesome thing. Thank you for all your support. I'm going to send you home with some rosewood goodness. Not to be confused with the 7 other rosewood goodnesses you saw. Let us know which was your favorite. Thank you, David. I thought so. So everything you can do about this bracing pattern to make it bassier has been done. So tell me if you hear it, and tell me if you're going to come back tomorrow night to watch Martin versus Martin and all that. I wonder if Martin Marshall's going to play that OM18 or the 0018 Modern Deluxe, or just play the OM42 in the spirit of how today's show went. I'm curious. Thank you, Mark. Oh yeah. Jim, are you serious? 156 means 3 years? I should be better at this by now. My battery just died in my moving camera. At the 3-year mark, they think I'm gonna have it together? Individual notes sound like they are dipped in a duck fat. Who are you calling duck fat? Guys, you've been great. Thank you so much. DF35. Hey, Roslyn. Thank you so much, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Have a great evening. Bye-bye.